Thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your thumbs up and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you give me here. I really do appreciate you for that. Y'all, we keep getting good news for people on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. This week has turned out to be a pretty good week for them, and I believe things are going to keep getting better. We got some good news from the lawmakers. They are beginning to look at the people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, the people that are struggling the hardest. Well, now it looks like the lawmakers are taking notice of them. You know, they have been concentrating on people with children, families, all kinds of different groups of people, and it seems like they've forgotten about this group of people that's struggling the hardest. Well, now it looks like they're finally taking notice and going to do something. I think it's about time. But they are looking at giving them a voucher between $600 and $1,000 to cover the cost of Medicare. Y'all, this is not a stimulus check. It is a voucher. Don't get this confused with the regular fourth stimulus check. It is totally different. Y'all, this voucher will be to cover the cost of Medicare. So, even though this is not a stimulus check, I believe a stimulus check is coming, but this is not a stimulus check. But even though, I mean, if they're covering the cost of your Medicare, at the end of the day, you're still putting more money in your pocket because you're not having to cover the cost of Medicare. So this is a very good thing. Will we get a fourth stimulus check? I still believe 125% that we will. Y'all, I believe this fourth stimulus check, when it happens and if it happens, because it's not written in stone yet. And I'm not saying by any way that it is written in stone, but if we do get it, and I do believe we will, I believe it will be to a very targeted group of people. People on very low income, which would be people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA. These people are on very low income, so they would be included in this fourth stimulus check. And if they're the only ones that gets it, I'm good with that, because all the other groups of people are getting other benefits, like child tax credit, the extensions on their, more money for their SNAP benefits, all kinds of stuff. These people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and VA, these people needs this money in a bad way. They are hurting the worst. And these people should be, if they're on these programs, Social Security programs, it shouldn't matter their age. If they're on these programs, that means they can't work for some reason. That means they can't work, or they're aged out of working. There's some reason why they can't work. So these people, no matter what age they are, should be getting this check. Now, the reason Joe Biden, he campaigned on a $200 boost raise for Social Security. He promised this throughout his campaign. And y'all, I'm going to be real honest with this. If we get a fourth stimulus check, and I believe we will, if we get this $1,000 voucher to cover Medicare costs, I don't believe we're going to see the $200 raise for Social Security, even though we should. They're going to get out of doing anything that they can. They're going to get by as cheap as they can. So something is going to have to go. They're not going to give you all three, sadly to say. A raise of $200 on your Social Security would be great, because this raise would be every month. Now, this voucher is going to cover your Medicare costs for the year. Also, the COLA raise is going to be a raise for the whole year, but we really can't count the COLA raise because that has nothing to do with the stimulus package. That COLA raise comes anyway. But they are going to get by as cheap as they can. Now, will the $600 or the $1,000 voucher happen? That all depends on the second infrastructure package, on the price tag of the second infrastructure package. You know, Bernie Sanders and everybody with a half a brain wants $3.5 trillion. Well, we got other people like Christian Cinema, Joe Manchin. They're wanting anywhere from 1 trillion to 1.5 trillion. Now, if we go with the 1.5 trillion, it could be closer to the $600 end. But now if we get the 3.5 that everybody is wanting, anybody that's got a brain anyway that's wanting it, you would be getting the $1,000 voucher. It all depends on the size of the package. That will determine the size of the voucher. When it comes to the negotiation of this package, if they want to play ball with Joe Manchin and start cutting things like he wants to get the price down a little bit, they could start with this child tax credit. And hear me out on this. I don't mean cut the child tax credit out, but they want to extend it for 4 years. Well, extend it for 2 years. That would cut it in half. That would be a lot of money back into the program, back into the stimulus package. Well, at the end of the 2 years, people's going to still be getting that child tax credit. They just won't be getting a monthly check. They'll be getting it when they do their income tax, like we've done hundreds of years ever since we've been paying taxes. So them people will not be losing anything, but it would be cheaper in the short term. That would help these other things in the bill to bring the price tag down to suit Joe Manchin. Now let's talk about Bernie Sanders. We know he has been fighting hard for the people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA. He's been fighting tooth and nail for these people. He wants a $2,000 stimulus check, and he also wants a $1,000 reoccurring check. Now y'all know how I feel about reoccurring checks. I don't think we'll ever see a reoccurring check. I wish we could, but I just do not see that ever happening. He also wants to reform Medicare for these people. And he wants to bring the age down from 65 to 60, which would be very good because there's a lot of people that's needing help, but they're right on the edge and they're not quite old enough to get that help. Now they can get this help. So this bringing the age down to 60 would be a great thing for these people. He is also wanting to add in coverage for vision, hearing, and dental. A lot of people saying that they already have this coverage. Yeah, you probably do, but you're paying for a premium service like United Healthcare or Humana or something like that. And that's where you're getting that coverage from. You're not getting it from Medicare. You're getting it from that premium coverage that you're paying for. This may help you in the long run. You may not have to pay for that premium coverage no more. It all depends on how much medication you take. If you take a whole bunch of medication, yeah, you probably want to keep that coverage because they're helping you pay for that medication. But if you're only taking like 1 or 2 medicines and they're not real expensive, you could probably drop that premium coverage. So that could help you. Now we know anytime we get a COLA raise, that COLA raise is every year and it has nothing to do with a stimulus package. But this COLA raise this year is going to be around 6.2%, the biggest COLA raise in a lot of years. Now people are worried if they get the stimulus check, if they get this COLA raise, will it hurt their other benefits? Normally it will hurt your other benefits, and that's wrong. It should not hurt your other benefits because a COLA raise is for the cost of living increase. So they're going to give you a cost of living increase, and then they're going to turn right around and take it back from you. That makes absolutely no sense. But it comes from our government, so what can you expect? But this $1,000 voucher that they're talking about, that should not affect your benefits at all, because it is a voucher, it's not a check. You can't take that checking, you can't take that voucher and cash it and use it for whatever you want to. It's to cover the cost of your Medicare. Y'all, every year that COLA raise happens, so it has nothing to do with the stimulus package. Right now, Bernie Sanders is fighting for the low income people, the people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and VA. And we also got this new group. Well, they're not a new group, they've been around for years. The Senior Citizen League, they are calling for a $1,400 stimulus check. Will we get this $1,400 stimulus check? I really believe we will. This Senior Citizen League has got a petition going around right now also. And y'all know how I've talked about the other petition that's going around. They're just collecting your information. Well, this one from the Senior Citizen League, it's legit. These people have been around for years fighting for the senior citizens.